And what is going on? We got another video for you here today, and we're going to be talking quarterbacks. Why? Because, quarterbacks have been the big topic as of late. We've seen what happened with Rodgers. We've seen what happened with
Russell Wilson.
Carson Wentz.
That's Big Ben.
Well, did you see that the Commanders' odds didn't even go up after they
It went down.
It went down.
It makes sense.
Like 71%.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is not a good
Disgusting.
quarterback.
Disgusting. And they gave up a second-round pick, and possibly, as long as he plays 70% of the snaps.
Well, apparently the big thing is I think they covered like most, if not all, of his contract. So I think that was kind of the really big part of that.
Yeah.
So
with that, I feel like we might as well talk about Taylor Heineke real fast.
yeah,
I see him remaining on the team, and I see him being the reason why they don't have to give up a second-round pick.
yeah, I do too.
That's really what I think.
There's definitely teams he could go to where I think he would start, though.
But our team's going to want to settle for him whenever
Well,
they could just draft a rookie and just chance
But
it that way.
What if they don't have a draft? Like, what if they don't have a draft pick? Let's say they can't get a QB in the draft, and let's say he's really cheap. Like, they won like a 4th round for him.
Okay, yeah. That's possible. Like a 3rd or 4th round pick for Heineke.
Like,
I can understand that they don't
I
want to
could
spend a
s-
1st or a 2nd.
I could see them kind of doing what Chicago did last year and kind of like keeping Heineke there just in case Carson Wentz does something really
Right.
stupid and they want to play
Oh,
some
he
in this
will.
game.
He
I'm not
will.
even convinced
Sure.
Carson Wentz is going to start week 1.
Dude, he has to. They just
what
traded
they gave
him.
up.
Why wouldn't they start him? They're just going to give up
he
picks for
stinks.
a second stringer?
Who knows?
He will be the starter, but he's not the best quarterback on that team.
The only way that he doesn't is if he gets hurt, which has happened time and time
Yeah.
again.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's possible right there.
Yeah.
I just want to run through real quick. It's kind of interesting. It shows the teams in order of need at quarterback. At number 1, guess who
Steelers.
it is?
Steelers.
Yeah.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Steelers are at
come
number
on now.
1.
Come on now.
Number 2 is the Panthers. Number 2, no, I don't know when this was updated, but it is the Commanders.
Okay.
So this is,
So it might be an older list.
it might be, this is from,
No, that is the update.
They still do.
and then the Lions are on there, actually.
Really? Where are the
Dolphins,
Saints at?
Falcons, the Saints. I don't know. Maybe there's an assumption that Jameis is coming back.
He's been
Oh,
posting
let's talk
videos
about
of him
Jameis
working.
Winston for a second.
I don't want him.
It makes... See, I would kind of want him.
Why?
He's
I
been
haven't
working.
seen anything that makes me believe that Jameis Winston is like a playoff caliber.
He's a placeholder for a year.
Yeah, but he's going to
But
get
and
you
he
to
can
that.
and he's a guy that can actually win games.
Or
He's going
lose
to get
it.
you to that 500
Or lose.
season though, and then you're going to be screwed
that,
next year.
That,
I also
that's-
don't even like Jameis Winston in general.
Well, like what? So what happened this year? Because what he
W's.
started. He
Well,
started
got
this
hurt.
year.
He got hurt.
Then he got hurt.
And then the Saints really fell off after he got hurt.
But
and
he
they've seen that.
Was it a career? Like, was it a season-ending injury, or did they just
Yeah.
not play him once he got hurt?
No.
Or
He
it
was-
better.
he
I
was
don't
out
know
for
if they
the
would have
season.
fell off with him or without him, though, you know?
No, that's
They-
fair,
they
but
didn't start off. They beat what the Buccaneers
Dude.
week 2.
they couldn't score
I think
any
so.
points once he
Yeah.
got hurt.
But that also goes. Well, I don't know. Like
I was
I
going
said,
to say, Trevor Simeon beat the Buccaneers, too, so it's like...
I'm just not a big Jameis believer. Do you actually think Jameis Winston could get you guys to the Super Bowl?
Heck no.
To the
He can't get
playoffs.
anybody
You
this
think you get them to the
No,
playoffs?
he can't.
I think
Yeah,
he
he
could.
can.
I
You
think he could.
No, he
Oh,
can't.
dude, he
Come
could have
on,
got the
dog.
He would have got the Steelers to the playoffs last year if he replaced Ben.
Anybody could have done that. It was all luck last year.
Okay, so what's the difference? They got all the same players. The Steelers got all the same players. What's the difference?
I just think that would end up really hurting you rather than
I don't
helping.
see the Ravens being as bad next year. The Bengals are going to be the Bengals. I don't see it.
Regardless, I see Jameis Winston re-signing with the Saints for another year.
I do too.
Because I feel like they felt that pain of not having him.
Yeah. I think they'll re-sign him. I think they might try to target somebody in the draft. Actually, they need a receiver too. They might go
I
after a
think they're
receiver.
going.
in
I
the
think they're
draft.
going receiver.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Well, what's the deal with
They
Michael
have to.
Thomas? Is he's not coming back, or
No, I mean, he should be coming back. Who knows?
They still need
I haven't
another
heard
option.
anything about
he was
him.
at the Super Bowl.
Dude,
That's
if
all
he's
I know.
not here this year, he just needs to retire.
Yeah, pretty much.
It'll be 3 years in a row.
But even if he comes back, they still need another option. They only have literally Michael Thomas. So, and again, you don't even know if he's going to be there. but-
Traquan Smith, fourth
Yeah,
string on
baby.
any other team.
Yeah, exactly.
Sticking in the NFC, Jordan Love. This is really the hot topic
Yeah.
right now with the big contract that Aaron Rodgers re-signed.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, we're not interested in trading him." I don't think anybody's buying for that BS right now. I mean, I'm not.
So apparently the Colts are very interested in Jordan Love, which makes sense after losing
That would
Carson
be
Wentz.
awesome.
What about Garoppolo? to the
I
Colts?
think that's another option. I think they're
going
trying
to
to
the
just get their
Panthers.
it seems
finger.
like desperation mode for the Colts.
Did you not
Kind of
hear what
is.
I said?
Say it.
I said this probably like the first week of the offseason.
Yeah.
Garoppolo to the Panthers.
Yeah, I know. You continuously say that,
And you
I
watch.
have yet to hear anything from the Panthers
You've
actually wanting him.
You've yet to hear anything about Garoppolo.
I feel like the Panthers are dead set on drafting a quarterback with where they are. They have like first dibs at getting the guy that they want.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
draft.
why would they settle for
They're
Garoppolo
not
and have to give up
settling.
picks?
They're gonna get a
They
great
might have-
quarterback.
They might have to give up Christian McCaffrey in order to
quarterback.
get.
Hey, I
something.
hope they
Go
get.
ahead.
I hope
You
they
want
get
that?
Garoppolo because then there's just another quarterback for the Steelers to take.
Wow.
Go ahead.
So
Wouldn't you rather
there-
have Jimmy G?
Dang, we should
That
save
rookie
it
quarterback?
for a
Heck
trade.
no.
You know,
oh
that-
my goodness.
That blows my mind that my top 2 teams are number 1 and number 2 needing quarterback.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's like
just shows your taste in NFL teams. It's not the Steelers;
Dog,
they're great teams.
your
But
your
anyways.
taste too. Come on.
You do have. bad
I don't
taste
know
in
if
NFL
I
teams.
should say this. I feel like we should save it for a trade episode. But I was thinking of a potential trade that
Big trade.
makes a big trade that makes a
Ooh.
lot of sense.
Wow.
Should I
Tune in
say it?
on- no, no, no.
Save it.
You're
Save
gonna
it for the
tune in
show.
on
Oh,
Tuesday and
all
find
right.
out.
Yeah.
Dang, we need to record this immediately because it's a really good one.
But Jordan Love to the Colts, I think, could be a really good situation because we have not seen him able to play. If he is that number 1 draft pick and he goes to the Colts and he's able to perform, that's a
Oh,
Super Bowl
dude.
contending team.
I don't see that though, because Frank Wright, dude, his job's on the line this year. Like he's the reason why they got Carson Wentz. Look how that panned out. So I feel like they have to go for somebody that's like known to can at least get them somewhere.
Yeah.
My problem with the Colts
I
is
feel like it'd be cool.
He's
Colts-
gonna get fired this year if they do bad. I'm telling you.
I mean, sure. The problem with the Colts is they've drafted guys so well over the past 5 years, and now all of a sudden they're giving those draft picks away,
Yeah.
and it's not working. So why are you going to dig yourself a bigger ditch?
Yeah.
Unless if they truly believe in Jordan Love, which, I mean, he's been right on the bench for a few years now. Like, how do you even know what he's still capable
I
of?
wonder if
That's
they
why.
think they could kind of get him for a steal because of that. Because there's really nothing proven.
I
with
mean,
Jordan Love.
I bet you the Packers are going to be asking a second round.
Hey,
pick for him.
this-
will they
this-
get it? I don't know.
This would be good. Jordan Love goes to the Colts. Who bumps up? Kurt Benkirk.
I guess so. The other thing, like, you have to think of, okay, so say if a team like the Colts can get away with giving a 3rd round pick for Jordan Love, I feel like that's settling short, especially for a team that has a good roster around it. Oh, if you're giving up a 3rd round pick for your starting quarterback, shouldn't that raise red flags that he's probably not
the
good
best.
enough?
Yeah, but
Even if you do get a good deal,
Well, here's the only thing. Even if the Packers believe in Jordan Love, at this point, they've shot themselves in the foot because they just gave Aaron Rodgers a 4-year contract extension. Who knows where Jordan Love's going to be or what his skill position is going to be in 4 years.
I tell you what, I don't know what it
So-
feels like to be a Packers fan. I feel like, for the most part, since they re-signed Rodgers, I feel like a lot of people are starting to look past that draft pick. I mean, in the back
Jordan
of their head,
Love?
maybe of Jordan
Yeah,
Love. I know
I
in
agree.
the back of their head, maybe it's still looming. But the fact that they got Aaron Rodgers back, which I'm sure at one point most people thought that he wasn't going to be there, is like a big enough of a win for them.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Also, I can't believe Mitch Trubisky's name is entering the news. Apparently, the Steelers is
He's a hot
rumor.
commodity right now.
So he didn't play one snap last season, did he?
he was the Bills'
He
backup,
did.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
might have played one or something, but
I don't know what game he played. I just don't know where this confidence in Mitch Trubisky is coming
Well-
from. Where people are talking about signing him to a $10 million deal.
Okay, now
Yeah,
hold
out
on.
of where?
Hold
Out of,
on.
like, why?
Hold on now. Okay. I mean, he can hold a field goal kick, you know. I mean, 10 million.
That's what
dude,
I'm saying.
if the
I don't get
Steelers
it.
got him, I'd be so mad.
I would be pretty upset too because there's
That's
so many
terrible.
better
That's-
options. Like
You're not getting
That's
a
what
number
they
10
settle.
jersey.
That's what they settle for. That'd be terrible.
This crazy thing is, there's some people that still believe in Mitch Trubisky, and I don't see it. Okay,
Because
like he made
got
the
Bears.
playoffs.
Yeah, he got the Bears to the playoffs with Matt Nagy in that division.
Right. A lot of people are saying it was Chicago that held him
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I think Sam Darnold should be a perfect
Well-
example of, hey, don't necessarily blame all of the organization because he came to Carolina and didn't do the hottest himself. So
I forgot actually about Mitch Trubisky. The Giants are very interested in him. That's what they were saying in the news. The Giants were very interested in Mitch Trubisky, but honestly, I don't even know if I'd rather have him or Daniel Jones. You know,
Daniel Jones
over Mitch Trubisky, I'd rather have Daniel Jones.
man.
But
Yeah, the fact that they're saying that, I feel like they're really getting ready to move on from Daniel Jones and don't have
I
any
agree.
expectations.
It's what it
If it's
sounds
Mitch
like.
Trubisky, the name that you're calling out,
Yeah.
unless if it's to have him as a backup, which right now, I mean, it
That would
seems
be
like he
weird.
might actually get a chance to fight for a starting job, worst case scenario, wherever he goes.
Giants might be purging their team next season, to be honest.
They could. I mean, they kind of need to. They're in
They
a
do.
weird. They're in a bad
what
spot.
if the Giants did a thing where they like started Daniel Jones one game, then Mitch the next game, then Daniel Jones the next game, just to see who got put up the better stats?
So at the beginning of the game, they both play rock, paper, scissors. And they air it every week, and whoever wins gets to play that week.
It goes head toss, then the rock paper scissors.
You know, that's something that
They
the
definitely
Giants
don't
do.
even have a backup. They have that bald dude.
Oh, Mike Glennon.
Yeah. I mean, they do need a backup, if kind of.
No,
Maybe
Mike
they're-
Glennon's a beast.
I don't know.
6'3", weighing 100 pounds.
All right, we have a lot more quarterbacks to get through here. Teddy Bridgewater's the next talk. Technical free agent quarterback. The
Yeah.
Broncos got rid of Drew Lock, so Teddy Bridgewater could come back to Denver and be a backup behind Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I see Teddy Bridgewater nowadays as a backup.
He is. He's nice. He's
I
had
think-
so many chances to be
Yeah.
a starter. Yeah.
And I think he's going to be happy because, again, there talks about
That's a
a
good
Super Bowl
situation.
caliber team.
It's a
so
good
he
situation.
could get a ring potentially. So I think he'll have no problem staying there.
But
Yeah.
he's up for free agency this season.
Yeah,
So that means the Broncos would have to re-sign him.
the Broncos would have to re-sign him as a backup, and he'd probably be a pretty expensive backup. But that's the thing; they probably want to spend their money other places,
Yeah.
considering
That is
they're
true.
really going all in,
Unless he wants to take a deal.
right? But it teams
Dang.
always seem like they want to give Teddy Bridgewater a chance. I
Yeah.
mean, what if it doesn't really make sense anymore? But I always seen him coming back to Minnesota for whatever.
Yeah,
reason. I mean, Kirk Cousins is there, so you'd still be a backup.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I think
know.
you'd rather be a backup under Russell Wilson than
right and
The
have like
thing-
a legitimate Super Bowl
Yeah.
chance.
The thing is, if they don't sign Teddy, they got rid of Drew Lock. Who's their backup then? If Russell Wilson gets hurt for some reason,
They would have
to
they,
sign
are
somebody.
screwed.
They need somebody.
Right.
They do, especially. I mean, because we've seen what happened to the Seahawks whenever Russell went out, and
Yeah.
Geno Smith tried taking over. He couldn't get the job
Yeah.
done.
He went crazy though.
Right, and if they have a guy like Teddy Bridgewater backing up, it's perfect case scenario. They could like kind of pick up where they left off.
Geno
Yeah.
Smith. I think he's another one who he's a free agent this
Okay, so
season.
Geno
so
Smith,
have
yeah.
Geno Smith
another
follow Russell.
backup.
What if Teddy went to the Seahawks? That'd be a flip flop.
I think that would have been in the draft.
Teddy and Drew Lock.
Yeah,
That would have been in
that would've been a
that would have been
trade.
a trade. Yeah.
I don't know why they wanted Drew. I mean, I guess the youth. Thing of it, but man,
What about
I
Brock
don't know.
Osweiler, dude? Where's he at?
Oh man, remember that huge contract?
Oh,
he got?
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
72 million,
Oh,
4
yeah.
years.
Yeah. Now look at him.
Let's talk about some Raiders quarterbacks real quick.
Yeah.
Not so much in the news anymore as Derek Carr. Kind of
Yeah.
seeming like he's
I don't know.
still
I heard
there.
recently, apparently Cleveland's still trying to get him.
Really?
Cleveland,
Mhm.
in Indianapolis, or
Like a
another
straight up
place.
trade, maybe a
Cleveland.
Mayfield for
It would be with
Carr?
Mayfield. It would be
Wow,
Mayfield,
Derek
yeah.
Carr in
Okay.
Indy would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
That was pretty
Okay.
recent. I heard something. They're really trying to push for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a trade that I could see happening for sure. And where does that leave Marcus Mariota? I mean, always has injury problems. He was electric whenever he comes in. Like the
And-
RPOs really
Dude,
work
I'll be
with
honest. If
him.
I'm Derek Carr, I want to get the heck out of that division.
Oh
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
know.
Yeah,
I know.
he's like
Sure.
he's the last place pretty
Yeah,
much now.
that's- man,
Russell,
I wanna
Patrick,
get out of there.
Right.
Aaron.
I mean, the AFC North is tough, but man, that AFC West is.
I feel like both sides just feel like they're tied to each other. He had the great MVP season.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's been there his whole
He
career.
likes
Do
them
we
too.
think the Raiders potentially want to give Mariota a chance if they would trade Derek Carr? Do you think
I
they're
just don't
happy
think
with
they
what
could
they've
trust
seen?
him.
I see Mariota going to, like. I hate to say it. I see Mariota going to a team like the Steelers, and he just has like such a mediocre season, and then that's it. Like
I thought they were going to go for him at one point.
a 1 year deal. He doesn't do good, doesn't do bad, but he doesn't do good, and then he's done.
Yeah, I mean, what about
could see that.
what about a
I
team
can.
like the Panthers? Would they like a team where a guy like
I'm telling you, nothing else is on the table for the Panthers. It's Garoppolo.
you're wrong?
He's gonna
So you don't
start.
wrong.
He's starting next year in a blue jersey.
You don't want them to sign anybody then, or draft anybody. I'm sorry. You don't want them to draft a rookie quarterback because again, they do have like
I would-
first take at that.
Man, like if they got Kenny Pickett, hey, I'm not mad. If they got what's the other guy, Malik Hooker? Is that his name?
Willis.
Yeah, sure.
Called him a hooker. What
I
the
don't
heck's
know.
wrong with that?
I mean, to be fair, that is an actual guy. It's a safety for the Colts, but
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be upset if they got like a top name because there's not that many quarterbacks in this draft.
Yeah.
If they got one of the top two guys, I wouldn't be upset. But
Because the thing is, if you're getting Jimmy G, you might have to give up that number one draft pick in order to get him.
no, not
No,
number
Jimmy G's
one.
not
Not
number
number
one pick.
one.
I feel like
see
there's a
team
lot of teams
could.
that are
I bet
interested
you a
in him.
team probably might
think they
have
will.
had, but like he's
Dude,
hurt, so like
yeah,
it's kind of
he's not going.
It is, but I'm looking at the caliber players that are still on the market, and it's not high.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
not
So-
high.
One name that we haven't mentioned yet is
I just want to have a real quick take about Mariota. I feel
okay.
like he's going to go back to Tennessee.
Why?
I feel like they really like him in Tennessee, and
Why-
they didn't want
I
to ship
mean-
him off. Not as a starter, but we know that Tennessee, especially the fans, had some disgruntled
Mhm.
thoughts about Ryan
Yeah.
Tannehill after the playoff game.
Well, Ryan Tannehill, I'm glad you brought that up. He's
He
another
stinks.
person who they're talking about shipping him out. So that's another player that we could see on a different team trading. So
Yeah, that would have to be a trade though, because they wouldn't just get rid of him.
I wonder if they would do like a, I don't know, because I think Ryan Tannehill is better, but like Ryan Tannehill for like a Jimmy G type of situation,
Jimmy
or Ryan
G.
Tannehill for Derek Carr type
Derek
situation.
Carr.
If they get rid of Tannehill and get a worse quarterback, they really screwed up because they're like that close to being like a really, like, I mean, they were number 1 in the playoffs this year. Like they're that close to being like a Super Bowl contender because they got Derrick Henry back there. They got the receivers.
It's just
Ryan
weird
Tannehill was like,
yeah. They have such
you
a
know?
powerhouse team, but yet can't do anything with it.
Tannehill's not like, he reminds me of like a Derek Carr. He's just like an average.
Yeah.
So he's
guy.
like top
Whoa,
half, like
don't call him Derek Carr.
mid-tier, like top
Carr's better.
16.
He had that one really good season
Yeah,
whenever he came in for Miami.
But I mean, that I feel like that right there just goes to show you, why are teams settling for getting Carson Wentz? Why are they settling for like worrying about?
I don't
pick
know
it-
why Washington got Wentz when they could have just got a quarterback in the draft.
I think
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I
like if
don't understand
Tannehill's
that.
not good enough, who is clearly better than Wentz in my eyes, I thought that he was. I know
Yeah.
he's sold out
yeah,
in
he's
the
better
playoffs.
than Wentz.
Then why are teams like picking up these guys? Even the other year, whenever Denver picked up Teddy Bridgewater, it was a mediocre pickup.
Well,
They're not going to be guys like that. Just aren't going to be able to carry them to what they're ultimately looking for.
but
which
you
is Super
gotta
Bowl.
look at the rest of the team though. Like they might have got Teddy Bridgewater because they needed to go heavy in a different spot. You know, like the quarterback, it's a very
that is
important
fair.
position. But it's like if they're sucking somewhere else so hard, they
Yeah.
gotta pick up there before they can. You know,
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. How about your boy Sam Darnold?
Don't talk
Is his
about
starting days over?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
I'm saying what's gonna happen with the Panthers. Cam Newton, love you, buddy, but
Retired.
Yeah.
that gotta go. Sam Darnold gotta go, or move to backup. Garoppolo starts there. That's what's happening with the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey,
I wonder how much money he's owed in Carolina.
who?
Do we
Christian
know?
McCaffrey.
It's a lot.
No,
It's a
Sam
lot.
Darnold.
That's why I thought they might have stayed with him. But
He is owed a decent amount.
it's a decent
I don't know.
amount.
I
That's
thi-
why I
it's
thought they
over
were going
10
to stay
mil.
with him for another year.
Like, because I'm trying to wonder if a team would even like trade for him or something like that. They would probably make the Panthers pretty much cover the entire contract, and I don't think any team would want to do that if they're not going to have him as a starter.
Like, oh man, I
So,
could totally he could totally start in Washington. Like,
Well,
I would totally have
not
Sam
at all.
Darnold over
He-
Carson
I
Wentz.
mean, yeah, he would probably start, but like he's not going to do.
No.
He's not going to do anything.
Oh yeah, no. But
could
like,
see
I would rather
Sam-
have him than Wentz.
What I think is going to happen, I think
Oh,
they're going
man,
to
I
stick
don't know
with Sam
about that.
Darnold. They're going to play him another season, draft a quarterback, have him sit under
That's
Sam
what I thought
Darnold,
they
and
were
then
gonna do.
Sam
go
Darnold
for
won't
it
make
at
it
this
out of the first 4 weeks without them going to the rookie QB.
I could see that too.
Yeah. Well, hey, if he starts the same way he did this season, Super Bowl.
This is going to be in the news a lot today because Deshaun Watson's court case is going down.
Yeah.
And that's going to really decide, because it's really coming out. There is a lot of teams that are showing interest.
Oh, yeah.
People are saying 3 first-round picks still for him, which
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, people
if
are saying
if
that
teams-
Russell Wilson trade set the baseline on what
Right.
he would be worth.
But even though Russell Wilson's older, I would rather have Russell Wilson.
Then Deshaun Watson.
Okay,
I think
you know
I
what?
would. Yeah.
I don't think I would.
but with
Russell Wilson's a way more better, like
Oh,
a
he-
pure
he's-
passer.
He is.
Hold
How
on.
old is
More
Deshaun
accurate.
Watson?
is that
Deshaun Watson's pretty young. I think he's like 26, 27 maybe?
is that with the legality issues or no?
That's if
'Cause-
everything
of
was
course
cleared up.
it's-
That's what I'm saying. With no legality issues with either of them, who would you rather having?
Russell Wilson.
Still,
As far
okay.
as far as I heard, I think this is like the. I'm not 100% sure on lawyer terms, but I think this is like the civil case, and I still think he has like domestic cases or something as well that aren't being covered today. These are the big ones, but they're still like underlying stuff. So again, I don't know if that's going to affect any team's thing either. That maybe they'll be like, hey, listen, there's still this 2 first-round
right.
picks.
Yeah.
If this is like the big thing though, this is like the thing they need to get cleared up before they make any trades.
And
but-
here's the thing too: does he have a no trade clause or no?
He kind of, I feel like he kind of has a say in where he wants to go.
I
it
know he
seems
wanted to
like.
go to Miami.
He
I think
seems
he said,
like, I mean, regardless if they do or not, it seems like players can kind of control that a little
Yeah.
he
bit.
wants to go to Brian Flores.
well, because I was wondering, I was like, hey, it only takes that one person, one team to put out that 3 first-round picks for them to be like,
Right.
yep, accept it. But I don't know if Deshaun Watson can kind of
Because
veto
the
it.
rumor is that he wants to come to Pittsburgh, but that doesn't mean that he's going to come
Yeah.
to Pittsburgh, because
Yeah, it
first off,
does.
Pittsburgh has to offer what
Yeah,
the
they'll do it.
Texans want. I mean, maybe they will. I don't know, but
No, I don't think they will.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to
like
happen.
Deshaun Watson is definitely great. There's still like question marks. A lot of people are forgetting because he hasn't played in a while. Like with his actual throwing, I mean, there's been games where he's been inconsistent. I think he's definitely a better thrower, in my opinion, than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. He's so elusive too. I think that's what people really.
I mean, he has a
target and look at him.
special like skill set that not many quarterbacks will ever
It was
have.
what did it for me was I think it was the playoff game where he broke those tackles and made that insane throw. Like that was the biggest play I think I've ever
Gave
seen
up
from
like a
quarterback.
24-point lead to the Chiefs.
That was insane.
Yeah.
So he's carried a bad team for
Long
a few
time.
seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what he got going for him. Jimmy Garoppolo, we kind of talked about him a little bit, but like him individually, you're thinking Carolina.
I can't believe he hasn't been traded yet.
It is pretty surprising.
The draft hasn't happened.
I've said it a couple times.
think
I
they're gonna
think
do before
Tampa
the
Bay
draft.
makes the most sense to
Yeah,
me.
Tampa Bay does make a lot of sense.
That's where I could see him going.
Again, the Colts I think are a good option for him.
Colts are.
I would love to know what
Colts-
the Colts are thinking right now.
The Colts
Colts?
are. I think between the Colts and Tampa Bay are the two best options for Garoppolo.
I mean, the Colts don't have a draft pick in the first round, so they need to find somebody.
I didn't even think about Jordan Love for the Colts, but I think that would be such a good fit. But also Jimmy G on the Colts I think would be also awesome, but he's not going there.
That's why I feel like they could potentially try to go after Jordan Love instead because they don't have that first round option to trade away. I don't know if they're going to be able to get Jimmy for next year's first round pick. You know what I mean?
I think they would.
Maybe the unknown of Jordan Love is just more exciting because you know
It
what you're
is.
going up against. Maybe he can turn into a superstar. I feel like Jimmy Garoppolo, we've seen the best of Jimmy
Exactly.
Garoppolo. You're not going to see much more from him.
Exactly.
Is it enough to beat Mahomes, Herbert,
No.
Josh Allen?
It's not.
Probably not. But the
What
Colts
if-
have a good team around
I'll
him.
tell you
man.
what, though. If he goes to a division like that, man, imagine just going from, like, the NFC West to now, what is it, the AFC West, if that's a potential option? I
AFC
think if
South.
you go to the Raiders, I guess, technically, that would suck. That would suck.
Dude, what if this is like a strong throwing it out there.
Uh-oh.
What if one of these teams reach out to, I think he's in the CFL, and get like Johnny Manziel or somebody?
Okay,
Oh, man.
So let's shut that down.
Like,
There's no way.
There could be a problem.
Dude, he has
Think about a team that
no
really needs a quarterback.
motivation to be good whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
He's
a
playing in
pure
the CFL.
disappointment.
No, that's Johnny.
Are you
Manziel
sure he's
is
still
done.
playing? Dude, he started playing for the CFL and then he got kicked off the team or
Yeah,
something
And
like
then
that.
he went to that virtual league or whatever where, like, you vote what
FCFL.
happens.
I promise you
Maybe.
there are better options in the CFL than Johnny Manziel.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That was just,
It's
I'm
fun
just
to
throwing it
entertain.
out there.
It's
Ryan
fun to entertain.
Fitzmagic is a
but
better
he
option.
stinks. He
Just
stinks.
saying.
Taylor
Cleveland.
Heineke.
What about Baker? What's
talked about
Baker's
We
situation?
talked about Heineke. I mean, Baker's just. I guess if he could, there's a chance he get traded to
He could get
the
traded, but
Raiders.
I think he'll be the quarterback next year.
Oh man, Cleveland fans.
Dang, that Raiders traded, that really intrigues me because I feel like it makes sense for both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I could see it happening, but
Yeah. Gardner Minshew, he's a backup.
yeah.
Hey,
He's a dang
hey,
Stay back up.
Hey,
Stay back
Stay
up.
back
That's
up.
another
Stay clear out of
person-
Pittsburgh.
Hey,
Yeah, you
what'd I
see him going to
say?
Denver.
He's a backup in Philly, but he's a starter in Pittsburgh.
No, he's
What
not.
if he goes to the Panthers?
He ain't going to the Panthers. Oh, I'd have.
Okay, I
Sam.
will say if he did come to Pittsburgh, I feel like he would be the starter. So
Let's
I will
go.
say you are right there.
He would.
I don't
Mason
want that.
Rudolph for him.
He's still young.
He's not.
But I
gonna-
don't think either him or Mason Rudolph would make it through the whole season without getting benched.
I don't think Gardner Minshew has ever been in a good position to really be able to prove himself.
Well, I mean, he was with Jacksonville. That's about the worst position you could be.
Right, and then he's a backup in Philly. It's like he hasn't had the opportunity to
Same
shine.
Philly.
If he's a starter in
It's fine.
Pittsburgh, he might have the weapons
have
around
an
him.
opportunity somewhere else.
Oh,
I don't
man.
want
I don't hate Gardner Minshew
Hey,
by any means. I just
You watch.
prefer.
If he came to Pittsburgh, first 3 weeks, Joe's gonna be hating on him. But if he does good,
Well,
you're gonna
yeah,
see.
but just-
You're gonna
of course
see him
it
wearing a
is good, but,
Minshew
like,
mania
I doubt
jersey.
I mean,
yeah, he
he's
comes
he's
to Steelers, he
fun.
takes us to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'll be rooting
He's
for him hard.
fun, but it's
Let's
just
go.
like I can't even imagine the Steelers making the playoffs.
No.
I mean,
No,
maybe.
I'd love to have a
He
mid-round
has an
pick
opportunity
again.
to shine.
That's fair. Cam Newton, we kind of talked about it. He should just retire.
He's
He should.
back.
He should.
Come on,
He came back to the Panthers, hang it up, retire as a Panther, call it a career.
I agree with you.
Tyrod Taylor. That's the last on the list.
He should be retiring too.
He kind of should.
He's broken every bone in the NFL.
Yeah, he's
every
kinda
lung
got-
he's had collapsed. He
Yeah, it's
needs
been
to
a heck of a
just-
career for him.
Yeah,
He could sit around and be a backup. Just
Hey, collect that paycheck.
Houston Texans, let's go, baby. Just ride it
Oh, my
out.
God.
Ride it out. Collect the check.
I mean, yeah.
Do your thing.
Dang, Tyrod Taylor, eh? Amen.
But hey, I mean, so that's pretty much our list. I hope we didn't miss anybody, but I feel like we
I don't
covered
think-
most of our bases here with this one. Let us know if we're wrong on anything, or you think a quarterback's going to go to a different place. I'd be interested to see that.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, could he
And-
come back?
Oh, I thought it just stopped. But Tuesday, hey, we're talking. I thought of a really good trade. You said you had a really good trade.
Yes.
Look forward to that video. We're talking trades and
Oh,
free
man.
agency.
I can't wait to talk about this trade. We have to talk about it like immediately.
Like this. Like literally hit
Oh,
that.
man.
Wait, dude. Hit the
Oh.
subscribe button just like that. Like
Oh.
button like that. Comment down below if we missed anybody. Your favorite quarterback, your favorite team. And we'll see you in the next one.